everybody, welcome in here. Dr. Christina here, Craft Chiropractic, out on the road today. I actually don't have animals to adjust today. Today is more of a personal day that I'm taking, kind of behind the scenes day. I actually adjusted horses on Saturday, so the days that I adjust on Saturdays, some of the weeks that I adjust on Saturdays, I don't adjust on Monday. So today is truly my day off. I worked Saturday, so I take Sunday and then today Monday off. So I wanted to pop on and record this and kind of give you guys some updates. We're coming into a new month, which is beautiful and incredible. The springtime is just really shining here up in Minnesota. I'm actually on my way to Detroit Lakes this afternoon or this morning, taking care of a few things today. And so I just thought, it's been a bit since I've popped on and have given you guys some updates. So a long story short, this last week was real tough. My partner, Matt, and I lost our beloved Bailey. He was our Boston Terrier pug that we rescued about 9 years ago, and he lost his battle to lymphoma. And we are devastated. However, we know that he's gonna still be with us, and with it, in our hearts, and all the beautiful memories that we've had with him will continue to be with us. Not only that, it will continue to fuel my animal chiropractic practice, much like the passing of my first Boston Terrier, RJ, did, and all of the other things. Not only did they fuel do these pets that pass in our lives fuel a new change, it continues to spark the fire under our seat to continue to do the work that we're meant to do. Whether, for me, it's being an animal chiropractor and a human chiropractor, but I know animals need us more than ever. I know that humans need us now more than ever. Not only a chiropractor, but a helper, a healer, a doctor, a friend, a mentor. That's what people are looking for and need right now, and they need to get the right information in their hands about health and wellness and what to do and what not to do and all of those things. And so I'm on a mission today to clear my head and to take some time from the hustle and bustle. I am going to stop at the ranch after I run a few errands and see my horse, which Brigadier is a complete heart horse for me, a soul match for me. That when we talk about how I can talk about how my animals have changed my life, it's without a doubt. That horse also, not Norbert's with me today in the car here, but Brigadier has absolutely transformed my life in ways that I sometimes can't even express and explain. That's why I have to pop on sometimes and do little videos about it, to record the events and to write things down and to realize how incredible the interactions when you're with them and when they're in your life, how incredible that those interactions are. For a lot of you that don't know, I got my first horse at 40 years old. I became an animal chiropractor in the state of Minnesota, licensed and certified in the state of Minnesota at 40 years old. And it's been a long time waiting for this dream job, if you will. And many of you, if you know my story, I have a recovery story where I took 3 years off of my profession as a chiropractor, did photography professionally for those years, and worked other jobs before I was called to come back to practice. And I really mean that. I was absolutely called to come back to practice from an interaction I had visiting friends in Nebraska. And working and driving back home from that trip, I had an experience, a God moment, a God wink moment, whatever you want to call it, that I knew that I had to get back to practice. And after that, I got my Minnesota license, and then the ball fell forward from there. And now I then since then I've been practicing nearly 7 years with Craft Chiropractic in Moorhead, and in 2022 I graduated from Options for Animals College of Animal Chiropractic, where I now have the ability to practice animal chiropractic in the state of Minnesota legally and legitimately. And I do require a vet referral, but it's been an absolute incredible blessing. I mean, I wouldn't have met my horse Brigadier without going to college for animal chiropractic and needing to get my hands on horses. I called up Charlotte with Hightail Ranch, and she's like, I've got horses for you. And ever since then, now I board Brigadier at her farm and ranch, and we've become great friends, and I've met so many incredible people through her. And I've, the list goes on and on and on of the blessings that animal chiropractic, but chiropractic, the blessings that chiropractic have given me. And that's what I'm on the road today to ponder on that a little bit and to be grateful about that. Though I've recently lost a dear pet, Bailey. These are the moments where we really are able to just hone in on the beauty of all of the things that we have that are good in our lives. And the people, the animals, the places, our patients, the fact that I have a car that runs and a roof over my head and good food, all of those things are just incredible to think about when we're going through a tough time. And I know that pet loss is not something to take lightly. It is real, it is hard. Sometimes they say it's harder than losing a human. And I'm not going to say that it's worse or harder or better or worse than anything, but it is definitely hard. And for somebody like myself, not having my own human children, my pets have literally been that for me. My fur babies, my soulmates, my little companions, my emotional support animals, they're literally been a part of my life to get me through the tough times. And so many of you know what I'm talking about. If you are a pet owner and you're really linked up to one of your animals, or one of your animals is really connected to you, when they leave us in this physical world, it's hard. And Bailey's going to continue to teach me lessons from across the veil. I have already had some moments of communication with him where we had an understanding of certain things that gave me peace and also Matt peace. And some of that I'll talk maybe more about in other videos. But from my experience and learning from Suzanne Giesman, who's a medium, she absolutely knows without a doubt that when our pets pass and when our loved ones pass, that they're right there with us. We might not be able to see them anymore, and we can cremate the pets' bodies and all of that, but they're still with us. And they actually want us to continue to talk to them like they're still around. So I learned that from Suzanne Giesman, from her YouTube channel. She's a medium, an ex-Navy officer who's a medium, and she told us, and she said to us, that you want to continue to talk to them as if they're still around, because they are. Now, might sound silly, but and you're going to have days where, especially after a pet loss, that you are going to have really tough days, and some days you're just going to have these incredible moments where maybe they're giving you some signs. And the day that Bailey passed, the morning after Bailey passed, Matt and I took the morning off. So he passed last Tuesday. Wednesday morning, Bailey's body was picked up by a woman that does the cremation and all of that. And I don't know if I can't remember if it was right as she was coming over or right before she was coming over, but I heard this robin out in the tree outside, and the robin was just singing and singing and singing, and beep, 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 beep. And I think it was a robin. And this bird wouldn't stop, beep, 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 beeping, And even Matt said, that's gotta be Bailey. And I guess it could be, I guess it might not be, but even for that to come out of his mouth, that's what I believe. Those are those signs that we're going to continue to look for. And I want to encourage you, if you've recently lost a pet, a horse, a dog, a cat, a bird, a fish, whatever it is, that they are, I without a doubt, I know without a doubt, especially going through my passing of RJ in 2019, that they will continue to be, they're going to continue to be there. They're riding shotgun with you. You just need to quiet your mind and maybe do some prayer and meditation time to connect with them. And this is the same for loved ones as well. People, you can connect with them. However, you need to be centered and grounded and relaxed in a state where you can really listen and hear or feel in your heart that they're there with you. And I'm not an expert in those things. I've been taught that when I've experienced some of it, but when our animals and our loved ones pass, that they literally are right there with us still. If we make the conscious connection with them, they're going to continue to give us guidance. They might continue to give us warnings, guidance, yeses and nos, and you can utilize their presence for making decisions. And I'm not for sure what all of that means just yet as far as Bailey's passing, but I will tell you that the passing of Bailey has opened up a waterfall of what's to come for helping more humans and pets, not only in my practice, but in my circle, and collaborating with other professionals, veterinarians, naturopaths, doctors, horse owners, dog owners. There's some big things to come. And I always say that there's always big things to come. I'm that type of thinker. But there's going to be a shift in how I can help more people and animals in the coming months. And I just wanted to say that and pronounce it to the universe today that I am ready to step up again, whatever that is. This is very similar to when I had that experience in Nebraska, coming back from visiting friends, that I was going to go back to practice. I have that feeling that I'm going to need to do something more than what I'm doing right now. Not saying that I'm going to not saying that I'm going to change professions. That's not what I'm saying. I'm going to continue to be a human and animal chiropractor, but there's new things that I'm going to be bringing along the way, and new people and new things and new tools and new technology I'm going to possibly be bringing into my practice that are going to really help shift people's beliefs and energy, as well as the health of their pets and themselves. Many of you know that 5 years ago we were all bombarded into a worldwide pandemic. It was quite, I'm going to say, interesting, wasn't it, at that time? And I am so grateful that I had the knowing and the knowledge of the choices I made at the time and the things that I decided to do at the time for myself and for my practice were based on what I already had known about, not to be too scared about all of the things. And without going into too much detail regarding that, I now have had like this up-leveled consciousness around what is next. And I just know that I want to attract whatever that is that I'm supposed to be helping more humans and more animals with, which means I might be offering some virtual things, more virtual things and coaching type things with health and wellness. I'm still going to be in the practice, and I'm still going to be on my mobile route doing horse work and large animal work. However, there is going to be a shift. I just, again, I know that something new is coming, and when that happens for me, that I have to proclaim it and share it and get it out and say it, because every time have had this feeling that something big is coming, I literally make it happen. Okay, and I don't make it always happen. I have a team, or I have friends, and I have collaborators, and I have the guidance and the energy from my higher power that's going to get that stuff done. Okay, so going back to pet loss, it sucks. It's the worst thing that you can go through. However, it is the biggest teacher of our lives. Losing a loved one, a pet, a human. But talking about pet loss, it is literally the most profound changer for people, I think ever. A dear companion animal, you know, the day I've thought about it, the day that my horse has to make that last breath, Brigadier, I have not gone through the loss of my own horse before, and I have many friends that have. It's very hard, and I know when I go through it, I'm going to be more prepared. The more you go through losses, when the time comes for another loss, you're going to be more prepared instead of scared about it, I guess I should say. But I don't know about you, but I do a lot of my best thinking in the car. I feel as though I get a load of downloads from my higher power and from spirit in the car, listening to music. I love driving. I love being behind the wheel. I absolutely love it. If I could just drive for a living, I think I would, but I know that I'm meant for more things than that. So my patients and friends tell me. But there's nothing like, you know, driving. It's 50 degrees out. I'm on Highway 10. I'm almost to my destination here. There's nothing like getting behind the wheel and rolling the windows down and just listening to music and clearing your head and connecting with spirit in any way that you have to do with that. And that's kind of what I'm doing today, and wanting to make sure that I'm proclaiming what the next big thing is. And I don't exactly know what that is just yet, but I do know that the passing of my Bailey has sparked some change that's going to be coming, not only for myself personally, but also for my practice with the humans and the animals. So I wish you all a wonderful Monday. It's beautiful out. Get outside there, do things that you love to do, make your soul happy today, and I'll see you on the next one.